Welcome to The Scrub Down, a two dudes carpet cleaners podcast with Dexter and Marcus. I'm your host, Chris, and we're here to give you an inside look at the world of professional cleaning, restoration, and everything that goes into keeping homes and businesses across the Permian Basin fresh and spotless. Join us as they share their journey, reveal the tricks of the trade, and dive into what makes two dudes carpet cleaning stand out. Whether it's tackling tough stains, restoring well-loved floors, or helping our community shine, we're here to talk shop, share stories, and maybe even give you a few laughs along the way. So if you're ready to get the dirt on clean, you've come to the right place. Let's scrub down. How are you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. So I want to jump right into this, all right? Tell us a little bit about yourselves and kind of how you came to start Two Dudes Carpet Cleaners.
Okay. I'm a veteran. When I got out of the Marine Corps, I went to work in the oil and gas industry, and been doing that for the last 23 years. Seen the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows. Everything's based on commodity pricing. I met Dexter through dance. We're both dance dads. And for the last probably 4.5 years, we've just kind of been discussing, going back and forth, hey, let's try to find something that we can do together that's outside of oil and gas. That way, if commodity pricings fall, it doesn't matter, right? And so we did a lot of research. We went from one extreme of high-end cars and renting them out at the airport, which we found that was not a very good business model. Could work elsewhere, probably not here. And then so we ended up looking into floor cleaning, carpet and hard surface cleaning and restoration services, air duct cleaning, dryer vent cleaning, and we found that there wasn't a lot of local service providers. They all were coming in from outside the area so we felt like that was a good market to try to get into.
Nice. What about you, Dexter?
I'm Dexter. I'm third generation oil field. Got out of the oil field a couple years ago. Wanted to do something different, just didn't know what. Researched and thought about stuff, and then met Marcus. And then, like he said, we started brainstorming some ideas. He started talking about the high-end cars. I think the only reason we want to do that because we wanted to own a high-end car, but
right.
It's probably a good thing we did not do that. But we came together one day and said, what about this idea? And started doing more research and just took off.
So what inspires you to really dive into this business? Besides just wanting to start a business, what really kind of motivates you?
We found that the market is something that we can serve the community. We can commit to a business that has that's what sets us apart, right? Customer service. You're going to deal with myself or Dexter on every job that we have in some form or fashion. And it's just doing something that gives back to the community. And just giving back good quality customer service to the customer. That's our core model. If we don't do anything right, when we leave your house, you're going to be pleased, you're going to be happy, and you're going to recommend us to your friends, to your coworkers, to your family, because of one, the job that we do is going to be next to none, but then the customer service side of it is by far next to none.
What makes Two Dudes different from other carpet cleaning companies in the area?
Customer service. Yeah, when we go do a job, you're either going to deal with both of the owners or at least one of the owners on every single job. If it's the owner's taking the job down or one of the owners actually doing the job ourselves, you are going to deal with the owner 100% of the time, if not both, and just putting the customer first.
Okay. Do you have an example of a situation like that?
When we go and we'll be the ones that give a quote, right? So any customer that is looking to have work done at their house, at their business, they will deal with one of us. So whenever they get a price, they know that it's going to be a good price, a fair price, but it's not going to be dictated by anything other than the services that we provide. There is no, you hear rumors out there in the business or out there in this industry that, the service techs are the ones that they just have don't go below this price, but get as much money as you can. So because the more money that the truck makes, the more money that they make. And we're not like that. I mean, if it doesn't matter whose house we go to, whose business we go to, our prices are our prices, and the customers can bank on that.
And I have one. I mean, we both have kids. We both have pets. So when I go to a house and quote a job, I'm going to quote it like it's my house. So I'm not going to do nothing that I wouldn't do at your house. So if I see a pet stain, well, this is what I would use at my house. So this is what I'm going to do to your house. I'm not going to try to oversell you something that you don't need.
So you serve a wide range of clients, including homes, businesses, churches, and schools. How do you tailor your services to meet the needs of each type of client?
We focus on what the customer asks for. To Dex's point, we don't try to upsell. We don't try to give them stuff that they don't need or that they really didn't ask for. Now, granted, we will suggest, I mean, like if we clean tile and grout, we'll ask, well, do you want to seal the grout afterwards? But, I mean, as far as tailoring it to each customer, it's what the customer is asking for, right? I mean, if they're asking for their floors to be clean, then we give them a quote to clean their floors. I mean, I guess that's the best way to say it is we tailor the quote or the cleaning to what the customer is asking for.
What is your favorite part about working with the homeowners here in the Permian Basin?
Mine is seeing how happy the customer is when we're done. There's been a couple times we've gone to a house and the client is really considering getting new floors. And when we get done, she walks in like is completely surprised. Never knew her carpet was that color, how good it smells, just extremely happy. And her telling her friends about it and posting about it, leaving us a review about it. That's my favorite part when the job's done.
How do you ensure the safety and effectiveness of your cleaning products, especially for families with children or pets?
So all of our chemicals that we use are 99.9% green. There's a certain brand we buy and we make sure that's what we're buying. Now there has been times clients ask we use no chemical, which is fine. Now we can't guarantee you that we get your house 100% clean, but if the client wants no chemical, we just use steam. But it's happened once or twice. We usually talk the client into using our chemical just because it's a green product.
Can you share a memorable experience or success story with one of your clients?
Yeah, I have one. It was probably one of our second week in business. It was a kind of a client was happy / mad. So this client was begging her husband for a new couch for like 2 or 3 years. And the husband said, no, get somebody to clean it. So she called us. We cleaned it. She left. She left us alone. She didn't show up back till like 5 o'clock this afternoon. She calls me 5 o'clock that afternoon, mad. Dex, you made my couch so clean, I can't get a new couch now. So stories like that, yeah.
That's awesome. What challenges have you guys faced? Like running a business, you're always going to hit hurdles, right? Or speed bumps along the way. What are some challenges that you faced as business owners that you've overcome?
We've got 2 great employees right now that are working for us. It took us a little while. We were starting to get a little worried that he and I were going to have to run the truck because we had about 4 people quit before they started.
Yeah, we had 4 people didn't even show up. Like call them day of, hey, we got a job. They don't even show up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And then I would say the biggest hurdle is just trying to get our name out there, right? I mean, once people know us and people use us, they tell everybody about us, but it's just that slow go of, hey, this is who we are. This is what we're about. Here's the quality of service that you're going to get when you use us. But the biggest one I would say was starting out would have been employees.
Okay. So in a lot of businesses and industries, technology is advancing and you constantly have to stay up to date with new tech, so is that something that you guys have to stay connected with? Is maybe new chemical procedures, new technology, new trucks, anything like that?
When we did the research of getting into the carpet cleaning business, we decided day one, we want the best. We want the best chemical. We want the best truck. We want the best supplies. So as for staying on top, that's the first thing we did was buy the number one truck that you could buy. So technological wise, I think we're there. What I find challenging is staying up with the social media and the marketing. Totally new for me.
Yeah.
I had no idea we had to do all this to have a successful business.
Yeah, in this day and age, in 2024, going into 2025, everybody's on their phone.
Yeah.
Right. So how are you going to reach those if they're not watching TV commercials or listening to the radio? They're listening to Apple Music and scrolling on Instagram. How do you reach them?
Yep.
Right. So you got to adapt to those scenarios. It's not like the days when my dad ran his business and ran an arcade and a VHS rental store. Right. You don't way different then than it is now. Right. So you got to stay up to date on those things. And I think that's what's really great about you guys, doing this podcast is that we can now communicate with your potential audience and really showcase who you guys are.
Yeah.
What advice would you give someone looking to keep their carpets and floors clean and well maintained? I live in let's use me an example. I live in a townhouse and we use we have the hardwood floors.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the linoleum fake floors. It's that old school hardwood floors. I don't know the first thing about cleaning those things except for just getting a Swiffer and scrubbing.
So most of our clients ask that question when we're done. What can I do to keep our floors clean until you come back? Keep it simple. Water and vinegar on tile, hardwood, linoleum. Water and vinegar, best thing you can do. I try to tell them to stay away from over-the-counter products. It seems it has an oil base. It makes it worse in my opinion. So when I tell a client when we leave, hey, water, vinegar, it's good enough. When you're ready for us, call us back, we'll come clean. And it's easier for us to clean when we come back.
It's funny. I do the same thing with my car.
Yeah.
Water and vinegar.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We've gone to houses and people have put no telling what on their floors, and you can tell because we're there twice as long. Our machines have a tough time cleaning when that happens. So I repeat myself a lot. Just water and vinegar. Keep it simple.
Something people might not know about the carpet cleaning business. Something that might surprise somebody.
There is a difference between shampooing and dry chemicals and steam cleaning. So, I'll be honest, I thought it was all the same. You see all these different carpet cleaning companies out there and you just figure, well, they clean floors. How much different could it be? But, a lot of them leave residue or if we come behind one and clean, you'll see all the soap that's getting extracted from the carpet or the film that's left on top of the tile that we get up. So I would just say that there is a difference in steam cleaning versus all other types.
So say I go to the hardware store and rent one of those rug doctor things, right? So you're saying that there's a difference between what you guys are doing and that little bitty buggy that I'm pushing across the house.
You're putting down no heat. You're just putting down warm water that's coming out of your faucet and shampoo. Does it do a good job? For the time being. Does it do a great job? No. When we come and clean after you, we are going to get the shampoo that you did not get. It's a whole lot harder for us, but we can get it. And it does not do a great job. Steam is the best. And I'm not saying that because we have a steam truck. Even if I didn't have a steam truck, if I'm calling somebody to come clean my house, I want to make sure they're bringing steam with them.
And then also the rug doctor, the suction on those is minimal, whereas the suction on the truck, like to what we have, it's meant for extracting fluid from carpet or floors. And all of that, steam kills like 99% of all bacteria.
Why is regular maintenance of floors, your weathered carpets, your dirty rugs, tile important for homes and businesses? Like outside of just the make it look nice, right? Why is it so important?
Um, Keeping your family healthy. So, I mean, I'm guilty of this. As soon as I get home, I'm walking in with my shoes on. Well, there's no telling what is in the bottom of my shoes walking through my whole house every day. So, keeping your floors clean is highly it helps with diseases, viruses. I mean, just being clean.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, think about when you travel and then you come home, and if you leave, I mean, I'll take my shoes. Like if I travel and go to the airport or something, when I get home, I'll take my shoes off at the door. But that only lasts for a day, right? And then the next day, I'm walking through the house with my shoes. But I would say, aside from the cosmetic side of making it look pretty and clean, just kind of to reiterate what Dex said, just the cleanliness side of it, not the cosmetic side, but just, I mean, that's kind of a beneficial attribute, right? But the cleanliness side of it is the main focus.
Can you walk us through your process from the moment a client calls you to the final result?
Yeah. So, client calls me. First thing I do is ask as many questions I can. Exactly. What do you have? What do you want done? Um, have you ever had your floors cleaned? And if so, when and with who? So I know what I'm walking into. Um, get to the job site, talk to the client one more time, ask the same questions. We repeat ourselves just to make sure what we're walking into, making sure the client's going to be happy when we're done. Start our cleaning process. For example, if it's carpet, we get there, move furniture if needed. We vacuum, even though if the client already vacuumed that day, we vacuum again. We treat, we steam clean, and if the client wants Scotch guard, we Scotch guard. Put furniture back. Ask the client one more time: is there anything else? Does everything look good? We're happy, and we're done.
Talk to me like I have no idea about anything carpet cleaning wise. So like you said that your chemicals that you use are 99.9% safe, like and not safe, green. Safe would be the wrong because they're not dangerous.
I mean, I wouldn't sit there and drink it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And you talking about Scotch guard and stuff like that. So like say I don't know anything about cleaning my carpets. I bring you in, or you ask a bunch of questions. If I don't know what I'm talking about, how do you help service my needs?
So first thing I do is look around. Does the client have kids? Does the client have pets? If they do, I highly suggest, I tell the client, I highly suggest let's Scotch guard. Because if you got kids, 99% of the houses that we go to that have, let's say 10-year-olds and down, there's slime in the carpet. I promise. There is slime, gum, markers, crayons. There is something in the carpet. So I look around. Is there signs of kids? Is there signs of pets? And that will, I've gone to a lot of houses of senior citizens who it's just them, and I don't even recommend Scotch guard. It's a waste of money. I'm not going to push that towards them. I'm not going to waste their money. So I'll just go in there and just clean for them. So that's one thing we do.
Okay.
Just be observant and see what we're actually getting ourselves into.
I'm the type of person that if I don't know what I'm talking about, I may never call you.
Yeah.
Right. So it's nice to know that you're going to technically hold my hand through the process.
Yeah.
And not make me feel like an idiot because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So like I said, when we get there, we ask plenty of questions. We give the price to the client first. Then if we get to a spot that we just cannot get and we have to use some more tougher chemicals or more chemicals, we explain what we're going to do, how much more it's going to cost, and do we have your permission? Most of the time we have the client's permission, and we go ahead and do it and get the stain out.
And how long have y'all been in business?
We're going on 7 months now.
7 months
of actually doing work.
Right.
We ordered our first truck April of 23, right?
Actually, this is the 8th month.
Oh yeah, this is the 8th month. Yeah.
But we ordered the truck back in July of 23.
Yes.
Correct.
In the 7 months, 8 months now, you've had a lot of opportunity to really help people in the Permian Basin really kind of, like I said, start new with their carpets and their floors. Um, but have you had any horror stories? Have you experienced any like really bad carpets or floors that you're just like,
Mm,
why did we choose this?
So I wouldn't say to that extreme, but there was a job where I'm not going to name any names,
Right.
but an
No.
individual could be sitting right next to me. I don't know. Um, a customer wanted their grout painted, so there is a stain that you can stain grout, right? And somebody left a zero off of the price. So we honored the price though. We like
Yeah.
the price that we told her up front. We honored it. But we yeah.
Yeah. So like,
Hold on,
yeah.
I'll give you a chance. But so and he was telling me about it, and I was like, oh, that's not good. I mean, that's costing us money. Well, then I opened the door to the house because I went to just kind of go by to check on everybody while they were finishing up. And as soon as I walked in the door, I was like, yeah, we lost money. But the point of that story is it was a mistake on our part. We honored what we told the client. They didn't know any better. We charged them what we charged them. We finished the job. The floors looked fabulous. I mean, I'm not recommending that you stain grout because, um, I mean, I personally, that's not my taste. But if it's something that you're wanting, we will absolutely be able to take care of you in that space. But as far as like having a horror story to where when we walk in, we're just like, oh my gosh, why did we ever decide to get into this business? No, I mean, it's been real pleasant. And I would like to attribute that to the fact that our customer service is so over the top that, I mean, if a customer is unhappy, it's because we failed. And we're pretty over the top when it comes to ensuring that we're not going to fail in that space. And if a customer is unhappy, we're going to make it right to the point to where they're happy when we finally leave.
And I think too, I think we're going on our 200th job, maybe 203, 204. Knock on wood, we have not had a client not happy. So, I mean, yeah, we've had a client call say, hey, I'm not mad or nothing, but y'all missed the spot. Could you come get it? And we're back. We're back within the hour. But we have not had a horse. We haven't had a Karen. Let's just say that.
Well, but I will say we have walked in and saved people's carpet when we walked in and we're like, ooh. And then the guys did a phenomenal job, saved the carpet. Like, I think it was the story he was talking about. The lady was like, I was going to replace it, but now we're good. Like, I don't got to replace it now.
See, that's cool because it's very hard nowadays that you get the customer service to where the business cares enough. You know, there's a lot of people that, you know, say there's companies out there that would charge you 5 times as much as you would charge for that job and then not put that kind of effort, not put 5 times worth of effort into it, right?
Mhm.
And then the carpets has to be replaced anyways.
Yeah.
But it's admirable that you guys put every ounce of effort that you can to make sure that you leave your customers satisfied.
Well, a lot of it stems from the fact that, I mean, I don't know if it's just society of today, but I feel like when people, when I have people do work for me, it's like I should be thanking them for even showing up to do the work.
Right.
I mean, like 2 years ago, I finally went and bought a lawn. I have allergies. I don't like mowing my own lawn. I went and bought a lawnmower 2 years ago because literally I went through 8 lawn services that they would come mow one time and never come back. And when they did come, it was like they were doing me a favor, so I should be thankful that they were there, which, I mean, I'm not lying. I was thankful that they were there because that's something that I didn't want to do. But that is probably the driving force behind, at least for me, why, and I'll speak for Dex and him too, but that just customer service is number one. I mean, like, if the customer doesn't feel that we're glad to be partnering with them, then he and I are failing at what we're trying to do, right?
And I found too though, for example, we did a house one time. Poor lady, elder lady, she fell, broke her hip, laid there for like 3 days. Nobody knew it. They finally found her. Her brother called me to come clean where she laid. And I told him up front, I said, I'm going to do my best. If I cannot get it, I'm not going to charge you for it. And we did our best, and we got 90% of it. I mean, he was extremely happy. I wasn't going to charge him, but he insisted I did charge him. And I think just being upfront with the client, just explaining, we're going to do our best. If I can't get it, I'm not going to charge you, or I'm going to charge you half, and not just taking advantage of them.
Yeah, I think honesty is, and being true to your word, and like not but being genuine. That's what I'm thinking of. Being genuine goes a long ways in businesses. Like there's so many, we all have the horror stories of bad customer service experience, right? So when you have that moment, then what you did there, that's not an easy task.
Yeah.
Right. And the fact that you were able to get it as far as you did is impressive enough. Like that speaks quality of the work that you do. But the fact that you can leave somebody like, no, I'm not going to charge you. No, let me give you money.
Yeah.
Right. That's huge. You don't have that customer service response anymore.
And you cannot imagine, and we don't ask.
Right.
But you cannot imagine how many of our clients tip our technicians.
Wow.
Just because how good they do.
That's awesome.
I've never asked for a tip, but most of our clients tip our technicians because just how good they are. They're great. They're two great guys.
So what do you hope people take away from working with Two Dudes Carpet Cleaners, like beyond just a clean home or business?
Repeat. So, I mean, like one of the things we offer is AC duct and dryer vent cleaning. Well, up until starting this, dryer vents that go vertical up through the wall, they're supposed to be cleaned every 6 to 12 months. Didn't know that. We cleaned the dryer vent at my house. I've lived in that house for a little over 5 years. At the point when we cleaned it, it had never been. I mean, I don't know when the last time it was cleaned. It hadn't been cleaned the entire time I lived there, and it was completely blocked. The day that we cleaned it, my dryer started drying stuff in one cycle. My wife thought I bought her a new dryer, and I was like, nope.
Man, you just woke me up. I gotta make a call because I didn't even know that.
But it's just, I mean, what we're driving and striving for is just repeat customers because they're glad and happy with the work that we do. And obviously, I mean, do we want them to use us? Absolutely. But we want it to be more of a choice because of the job we do, not because we're the only ones that answer the phone, right?
If there was one thing, like say it's your pitch, like somebody's watching this or contemplating calling you to do their home, give them a pitch. What is something? Tell them what you're going to offer. What are you doing? Sell your business to them.
Well, service quality is next to none. You'll be completely satisfied with the job that we do, and we will continue to work on whatever it is that is keeping you up at night to ensure that when we leave, you're happy. We do everything from outdoor furniture, outdoor patios. We do all types of hard surface. I mean, any floor surface, any surface we clean it. Any upholstery we clean it. We do AC vents, dryer vents, pretty much anything that you can think of that's going to increase the quality of life in your home, we can clean.
Dexter, Marcus, I appreciate the time today. It's been an honor, and it's been super educational. So thank you guys so much.